Good guy, that Mike Garafolo. Here's Mike Garafolo from the NFL Network. What a wild day for you guys at the NFL Network. Big trades. And we're going to get to Amari Cooper to the Bills in just a second. But first of all, the New York Football Jets of New Jersey make a big splash, bringing in Davante Adams. Aaron Rodgers is obviously thrilled about it. Mike, is this the move to finally jumpstart the Jets season?
Tuesdays with Woody. That's what we're going to start calling these things because he fired Robert Saleh last week and he green-lighted a trade for Davante Adams on this Tuesday. Now, full transparency, Ian Rappaport and I were talking about this on Sunday and anticipating that the trade could happen on Tuesday. But in our minds, or at least in my mind, I won't speak for him, but in my mind, and this was part of the conversation, if the Jets lost on Monday night, would that put the brakes on the trade? So I woke up Tuesday morning, and in my mind, I was like, well, we got some time here. What? It did happen. It happened that fast? So, I am stunned that despite the loss on Monday night, the Jets hit the gas on this one quickly. Now, you talked about that second-round pick, and I know, listen, we can sit here and say, just give up a second-round pick. How many of these second-round picks don't hit? When it comes to general managers, they don't want to give up the fourth, the fifth, the sixth-round picks because in their mind they think, well, boy, I can draft better than anybody, so I don't want to give up these picks. And for it to be a second-day pick, it's actually a 3 that can turn to a 2, depending on whether Adams is a Pro Bowler or the Jets make the conference finals. It is quite the price to pay for a receiver on the other side of 30, especially looking at the fact that the Jets have to go 7-4 the rest of the way to get to above 500. Even that doesn't guarantee a playoff spot. So, the Jets fan base, I thought they were going to be more jacked about this one. I know plenty of Jet fans. They're kind of saying, why do we just light a draft pick on fire? Because this season, in their minds, is a lost cause. But in Woody Johnson's mind, it's not. It's why he fired Robert Saleh last week, because he's got, in his mind, the best roster that he has had in quite some time, maybe ever, with the Jets. And to then hit the gas and make this trade here and bring in Davante Adams, despite that loss, like I said on Monday night, is speaking very highly of his expectations for this team, despite the fact that it's an interim coach and a team that is looking like it could use help in a lot of areas, frankly.
And then that's not the only big wide receiver acquisition in the AFC East on Tuesday. The Buffalo Bills beat the Jets on Monday Night Football and then proceed to acquire Amari Cooper from the Cleveland Browns almost right after the Jets made the deal for Adams. Was this more of a plan B for Buffalo when Adams was off the table?
No, it was, in their minds, a better option, a better fit for them. They give up a third-round pick. They also get a late swap of picks to kind of mitigate the cost of giving up that third-round pick. So in their minds, it's a guy that comes in and can contribute immediately and can bring something to their wide receiver core that they don't have right now. Look, they threw a lot. They traded away Stephon Diggs. I mean, we know he was unhappy in Buffalo, and they said, well, at some point his production is going to start to tail off. He's getting on in his career, so let's get the best we can for him. So they made that move. They draft Keon Coleman, who they expected to have a big role, obviously, but you can't lean on a rookie necessarily to be that high-volume guy, and they don't have a high-volume guy, whether it's Curtis Samuel or Matt Collins. A lot of these guys were veterans that they brought in. I mean, KJ Hamler, they were going to try to see what would happen with him, the former Broncos second-round pick. And they just didn't have a guy who, let's say they're behind in a game. You need a guy that you can lean on, and they didn't have it. I was talking to folks who know the Bills well yesterday at that game. I was covering it between the Jets and the Bills, and I said, they need to play from ahead. They can't play from behind. That's not the way that they're built. And you have to be able to do that as you get on in the season and certainly in the postseason as well. So you have to be able to do that, period, to win in the NFL. So from when Amari Cooper posted this summer that he wouldn't mind a bit if he was traded, because remember, he was part of the talks with Brandon Ayuk and the 49ers, if Ayuk potentially went to Cleveland. And so Cooper, at that point made it clear he wouldn't mind if he got traded because I think this offense has got problems. I think the quarterback's got problems. And I think Amari Cooper's going to be a lot happier in Buffalo with Josh Allen thrown to him.
Talk about an upgrade. You go from Deshaun Watson to Josh Allen. It's a good day to be Amari Cooper. And it's a good day to be Russell Wilson. We've been talking about this, Mike, basically since the beginning of the year. The Pittsburgh Steelers are finally making the move from Justin Fields to Russell Wilson. The strange thing in a lot of people's minds is the timing. The Steelers are coming off a 19-point win on the road. Why now, Mike?
Because Mike Tomlin wanted to make the move. I mean, that's the answer. It is 95, if not 100% Mike Tomlin making this call, because I know Justin Fields has got a lot of support in that building, and I think the coaching staff, other than Mike Tomlin, the offensive coaching staff, felt like they were really doing everything they possibly could to play to Justin Fields' strengths, and he was only going to get better. They also believe that he is more dynamic than Russell Wilson. I mean, you don't need a source to tell you that. Just watch it with your own eyes. Wilson, at this point in his career, doesn't have that quickness and shiftiness like he used to have. But frankly, it's the only opinion that mattered. It was Tomlin's. He decided to make the move now that Russell Wilson is fully healthy, had that week of practice behind him, and is now going to get first-team reps for the Steelers. He didn't indicate that it was definite, Tomlin didn't, but he certainly made it seem like it is leaning in that direction, provided everything goes smoothly this week for Wilson. So you got Russell Wilson and the Steelers going up against Davante Adams and the Jets. I don't know that we would have thought either of these things within the last 24 to 48 hours, let's say. But here we are. Let's see what Russell Wilson can do. He's got the support of Mike Tomlin. He's got to play better. Listen, he's got to play better than he did in the spring and the summer, Jay, because he was not perfect by any stretch in practices, in preseason, in training camp. He has got to show them that he can process things, make the right decisions, because now he's got to fend off Justin Fields. We at least know what Fields can do, and the Steelers know what he can do as well.
I mean, he was in full gear with his helmet on the sidelines on Sunday. Like, at some point, they had to put him in because it was just getting awkward as he stood there on the sidelines of the full gear. Well, maybe more trade.
Hey, listen. I got news for you. With Russell Wilson, the potential is it can always be awkward, even if he is the starting quarterback. That's what he specializes in.
Yes, there is a bit of awkwardness always involved with our guy Russell. Well, Mike, this has been a busy day for you. Are you hoping for more trades Wednesday, or are you hoping that absolutely nothing happens and you can just catch up on some sleep?
Listen, the way that this is going, Jay, I got to get ready for next Tuesday, okay? Because it's going to be what's Woody going to do next week? What's he got left up his sleeve to provide for us some kind of entertainment and reason to hustle out there? But yeah, look, we're getting closer to the trade deadline. Nobody sent a memo saying it was going to start this soon, but we are now in trade season in the NFL, and it certainly has been active the last couple of years. Already active in 24.
Oh, and it's fun. It's awesome, and it's always fun having you on, buddy. Thanks for joining us, Mike. We appreciate it.